This video will explain how to put in a JIRA ticket for support issues. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is reach out to the Way to Health operations team and ask for a JIRA account. Once you do this, we will email you credentials to log into your account, and when you log in, it will look something like this. It will take you to that system dashboard. And from here, you can go ahead and put in a ticket for your specific problem by clicking the Create button. Now, JIRA will default and fill out some of these fields for you, and most of the time you can just leave them alone, but let's quickly go over them. So the project is the Way to Health platform. You'll never need to touch this, so you can go ahead and leave that. Most of the time you'll be putting in tickets for support issues, so meaning like bugs or issues with the platform. So you can go ahead and leave bug as well. If you are requesting a custom report, you can change this to task. As far as priority, most tickets are standard. Meaning that the developers will look at it within a couple days, and it's not a huge impact on participants. So some of the other statuses that we use are blocker, and we use this pretty sparingly. This is usually just used when participants are being immediately impacted. So hundreds of participants are receiving incorrect lottery messaging, or no device data is coming over into the system. And then critical is a lesser version of blocker in that you are not able to do your job effectively in Way to Health. So if something is wrong, you're receiving an error where it's not letting you access Way to Health or carry out what you need to. But again, usually we use standard. So I'm going to show you what it's like to put in a ticket. So the ticket that I'm going to put in today is about there is no Fitbit data coming over for my study. So I'm going to put in a title. So my title is No Fitbit Data for the study name since June 14th. So this just gives the developers a quick synopsis of what the issue is. And then in the description section, I'm going to be a lot more detailed. So I'm going to give some examples and explain more about what's going on. So here we go. And as you can see here, I gave a little description and then I gave some examples. So giving examples of participants is very helpful for the developers so that they can look at specific cases where this is impacting. And then I'm also going to want to include some screenshots. As many screenshots and visuals and examples that you can provide the developers, the better, and most likely the quicker that they will resolve your issue because they don't have to do as much digging. So I'm going to go to Way to Health, and I'm going to go to Manage Data. I've already filtered for Fitbit, and when I do that, I can see, nothing has come over since 6/14. So I'm going to want to take a screenshot of this screen, and I'm going to attach it to the ticket. So then I'm going to go back to my ticket, and I'm going to look for this screenshot. Great. Now I'm also going to want to include watchers on the ticket. So a watcher would be usually someone who's on your study team. So any other research coordinators or project managers or anyone else that you think needs to be watching the ticket for progress and updates. So since Tori's the project manager on BFit, I'm going to tag her on this ticket. There's no need to tag any of the developers personally because they will get the updates automatically. So, okay, so I have my watcher, I have my attachment on my screenshot, and now I'm going to want to choose my site and my study. So for this study, this is going to be the Framingham study, Framingham BFit. So I'm going to choose the site is Framingham, and the study is also Framingham. Now, for anyone whose study is running on the core site, you're going to want to choose site as Way to Health Core, and then your study name will go here. So if your study has its own site, this might seem a little bit redundant, but for those studies that are running on the core site, the site will differ from the actual study name. And then once you do that, you're going to click Create. And then I'm just going to cancel this out. And then I'll show you what it looks like once your ticket is created. So let's go to an example. Great, so once you create that ticket, it's going to look something like this. You're going to be able to see some of this information that you put in here, including the study and the site, and you'll see that it's listed as support because it's a bug, and it's critical because it's very important that we're not getting data. You'll see your screenshots here, and you'll also see who was assigned to the ticket. So it will start out as unassigned, and then it will get assigned to a developer. And that is something that the development team will do. And you can see who put the ticket in as well as who is watching it. You can tag additional watchers if you need to. If you realize that later on you need to add someone else, you'll just type their name here. So let's say I want to tag John. I'll do that there. Okay. Then you can also track the progress at the bottom. So if you scroll down, you will see that you can follow the comments, and you can go ahead and add these comments in. And then if you created the ticket or if you're listed as a watcher on the ticket, you will get any of these comments or updates via email. You'll also want to update the status of the ticket. So, for example, here, once it's resolved, you'll click Close Issue, and it will close out that ticket. If you want to, and that's all you have to do for watching tickets. If you want to see what's going on in the big picture of Way to Health development and support, you can go to this Agile drop down. You'll see that there's the Way to Health Support Board. And here you can follow what's going on in the Way to Health support. So at the top, you'll see some of it'll be listed in order of severity. So at the top, you'll see the critical and blocker tickets and the to-do, in progress, and done columns. And then as you scroll down, you'll see the standard issues. You can see quickly, who's assigned to them, and so forth. And then similarly, you can go to the development, so you can see what is in this 2-week iteration for the Way to Health development team. So you'll see, again, what's in the to-do column, what's in the in-progress column, and what's in the done column. And you can see it by developer, so who has each ticket. And that's a quick update on how to put in a JIRA ticket.